Hello, hello.
Welcome, everyone. We've got an early VCU LCS game today at 5 p.m., surprisingly, instead of
Yeah,
3 in
that's
the morning like we usually do.
yeah.
RAMily versus Bambi's Baskets. We got Elvino versus Iacus in the top lane. The battle of the two Giga Chads. We got Jordan Clementine versus Bambi Cinder in the jungle. Vice Lele versus Red Lightning in mid lane. Bode Kinkajo 50 versus Jay Steinius ADC, and Eric's P versus Scandalous Pork Chops in support. Looks like the players are already getting into pick bands, so we'll just jump straight into that. I'm joined by Mr. Joshua, our lovely president. Say hi to the stream.
Hello, everyone. Got the Talia ban. I'm not gonna say that's a good call or anything, but that's a pretty great call considering Vice Lele is a 1.5 trick.
Yep. He plays Talia and he plays
Expecting the
Galio.
Galio ban.
Plays
Expecting the
Talia, he
Galio
plays
ban
Galio.
here.
That's literally it. I expect a Galio ban to come shortly. But two
I do like that he
junglers.
plays Talia though. Talia is the great champion. Love
Talia
that champion.
is a good champion.
Player ADC. You play her. You can probably not play her jungle anymore, but you mostly want to play her mid nowadays. But ever since her Q became not AoE damage, it's been hard to find success with her in the mid lane.
True, true. But yeah, I mean, she lacks that AoE wave clear that she used to, and she can't really do push and roam anymore. But yeah, three mid lane bans coming in from the side of Bambi's Baskets, aim straight at Vice Lele's champion pool. Meanwhile,
Mm-hmm.
two jungle bans gone from Dan. He won't get to play Fiddlesticks and he won't get to play Lilia. And then Red Lightning's Anivia has been taken off the table, and Senna is locked for Mr. Bode Kinkajo 50. Senna's
That's a
broken, dude.
great. Zeta is such a great champion to throw your lower elo players on, just because it plays itself to some degree, and if you miss CS, you just pick up the souls, and you're still useful.
Yeah, true. And, with the three main ADCs in the meta right now being Senna, Caitlyn, and Ashe, Caitlyn is picked up for the side of Bambi's Baskets. You get some early, mid
This is
game,
a
and
strong bot
some
lane.
late game power. Caitlyn locks a extremely strong bot lane picked up. I think that's probably Kian on the Lux. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think he plays Caitlyn. I think he
Probably put Jay Steiny to the ADC role this game.
probably. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened.
I
But
think
yeah.
if you look at the teams, they look pretty even and almost everywhere. There's a little bit of power towards mid lane and RAMily, and there's definitely a bit of power towards their jungler and Bambi's Baskets. But top lane looks pretty even. So we're gonna have to see if the jungle or the mid diff is gonna come through for one of these teams.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to see. I think a lot of it is definitely the
Interesting
battle
Leona
of the top
pick.
side here. See which top side is stronger. Um,
I guess Leona's okay if you can get on top of the Lux, but ideally if you get on top of the Lux, she's just gonna Q and then you get kited and one shot by the Caitlyn. It
yeah,
also helps. It also, I mean, maybe it's really good with the Mambo for Hecarim, but in lane it's not gonna do too much. Set picked up for the side of Bambi's Baskets. I gotta think that's going towards Izaru here.
yeah, that's definitely Dan's set in the jungle. You can take away the Fiddlesticks, you can take away the Lilia, but this man has got a champion Ocean. He will play the set this time around, and I think it's actually pretty decent into Hecarim. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do enjoy the set pick, and surprisingly, banning Elvino's Akali.
I think
I think he's pretty good at Akali, but I don't think he's excellent.
I don't think it's like Wisher's levels or
It's
any level like that. Like where
it's
you need
definitely
it's a
not.
must ban.
It's definitely not. I mean, it's annoying to play against in top lane, of course, since there's so many auto attack based champions, and the
I feel like
Shroud
there's
kind of
so much
prevents
in top
that.
lane that can beat her though.
Right, but there's a lot in top lane that can definitely abuse Akali. I don't think it's worth a ban, but I mean, if his Akali looked good, it's because he was against a Teemo, and Teemo just kind of gets dogged by Akali. So, yeah, I don't have much
I
else to
think
say.
the set and the Hecarim matchup just depends on how aggro the set plays. Hecarim really suffers from invades, so if we see some push and roam action from Mr. Red Lightning, I can expect this Hecarim to fall behind in the early game.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a Twisted Fate ban.
Twisted Fate is the
But
last ban. All right, so yeah, they're taking away the global pressure from Vice Like he really likes to play these global ultimate champions like Talia, Galio, Twisted Fate, and he also likes to play the scaling Caston. So with four
gotta
mid
think they're
laners taken
gonna.
away, and then Elvino's Akali banned, and the Diana taken away from Red
I think
Lightning,
they're gonna throw the tank top here, and then they're gonna counter pick for Red Lightning here.
I
They're
think
probably gonna pick up
that's
Maokai here, I believe.
probably the move.
Ooh, Shen. Shen's
Shen,
also
I
really
love
good.
Shen. I love the Shen
Shennon's with
pick.
a set looks pretty good. Maybe we also have to remember Cabas can play the set, so this might be one of Dan's extraordinary Spica Shen jungles.
Yeah, I mean, Dan is definitely the type of person to bring out some unconventional jungle picks. He was the first person in VCU to actually start playing set jungle, and I think he was doing it before anyone in pro or Hilo was playing set. He's been playing a lot of Cho'Gath in the jungle and Rumble. He's very
Lots of
unconventional.
Rumble.
Um,
He does not like playing conventional picks in
he,
this
he just
meta.
doesn't. Anything that's meta for Dan is boring as fuck. So.
Ooh, the Victor's picked up. That's a Red Lightning pick.
That is a Red Lightning pick and is taken away from him. And the Silas is actually
I would
locked
like to see him
against
go to the
Sin.
Vel'Koz, actually. There's a lot of CC on your team to make Vel'Koz work here. Vel'Koz works really well into Victor. You get to push him Roman. And Victor has a really hard time CSing under tower early in the game. So if you can deny his Hex Core as long as possible, the longer you have to abuse him and possibly pick up kills around the map with your Shen or set roaming. Ooh, he's gonna
Red
go for the
Lightning's Echo!
now.
Let's go! I'm so excited, bro. I'm actually so excited for Red Lightning's
I don't
Echo.
know if this is the move, though, because I think Vel'Koz might have been the move here just because it gives Silas a shittier ult to steal. It has a lot of wave clear that Victor just can't compete with at early stages.
You can kind of like Echo
I get where
performs
he's
the
coming
same.
from. He doesn't
Echo
wanna
does
get
the same
killed by-
thing though, right? I actually really enjoy the Echo matchup into Victor because you can actually push him in early, 2 or 3 Qs in the early game, actually one shots the wave,
But
and
you're
then
more mana hungry.
you are more mana
Vel'Koz
hungry,
is-
definitely.
Vel'Koz presses 2 Ws for 40 each, and the wave's gone, you know?
Yeah, I feel. I think the mobility
But it's
is
an
nice,
exciting
though.
pick from Red Lightning, though.
It is an exciting
We don't
pick from
see
Red
him.
Lightning. I think the mobility is good. I like the mobility into this team comp. We got a lot of emotable champions like Victor and Senna, and I think having the assassin to dive the backline and get easy access to these carries will be very important, considering the fact
They
that
have a very
Hecarim and
nice
Leona
dive
are going to be very dive heavy. Oh, Josh, you
They
need to
do have
move
some
to
decent disengage.
you need to move to spectate. All right. Well, I think that, like, I feel like the dive on the side of RAMily is decent. You've got Hecarim, Silas, and Leona, but I think set Shen delivery system and then having Echo to clean up is so much more valuable. And when you consider how strong Lux is nowadays, especially when you take into account the Guardian builds that have been popping up and the Shield Max, Lux is actually very good at protecting carries in the mid in like the early to mid game.
I very much enjoy the Lex Caitlyn here. Definitely a great pickup on the side of Bambi's baskets. Now we just gotta see who's going on to the Caitlyn. Let me just make sure I don't have any more homework to do real quick.
True.
Okay, I have some due in 2 days. Casual. 3 days. Yep, we're good.
Well, hey, I mean, I think the Victor pick is it's okay. I think it's a little troll to pick it. Pick Victor nowadays, especially when you see the set. It's kind of troll to pick Victor.
It's troll here, but Victor has its upsides. If you're really good at Victor and you're comfortable in Victor, it's very hard to oppress Victor, especially with his phase rush build. And if you're like really good at sidestepping and everything, it's just way harder to hit Victor than most people expect.
It definitely is. I mean, he's got a lot of zone control with the gravity field, and when the Chaos Storm comes out, he has a lot of late game damage in team fights. But I think the main issue with Victor is actually the fact that his Hex Core, you have to like buy that item. Like you
He has
need to finish
perfect
that
keep too.
item before he can get anything else, and that really delays his build path and his and spiking off of like let's say Ludens and Deathcap or like Lichbane or whatever. Um, Meanwhile, Echo can just rush Protobell, which is a 2,500 gold item, and then all of a sudden, uh, he's just like running people down. I think Echo's a really good pick into the Victor, especially like if he takes TP, which Red Lightning most likely will end up taking teleport. You can sort of offset a lot of those early game disadvantages that Echo has. The mana issues, tendency to get poked out by mages in lane.
I don't think he'll have a problem versus Victor. He wins every short trade with him.
Yeah, but any short trade against Victor, he should win it as long as he plays around Victor's shield.
Even through his shield, like his shield's not strong enough level 1 for him to not proc electrocute, and then
Level 1 it isn't, definitely.
level 2 too. It's just not good enough. Like
I mean,
Victor's E hits for 59 at level 1, and his Q hits for 40, and then his auto attack hits for 60.
the only way I kind
Double
of
Q into an E
see
auto is definitely more damage than that.
the only way I kind of see Vice Lele sort of like winning these trades is if he ends up taking Phase Rush, which he most likely will. The Phase Rush Victor is actually very good at riding away from Echo and preventing the third passive proc from hitting. And that reduces a lot of Echo's damage since a lot of Echo's damage has been funneled into his passive nowadays, right? It's not like in the past where Echo had a lot of base damage on his abilities. He's very much a passive reliant champion, I think. But yeah, we got a 3-minute spectator delay, so let's just check and see. Echo bad with their team comp. Wisher, why is Echo bad with their team comp?
Echo, that's what I was kind of thinking. I think Echo would have been, like what I was saying. You could just pick Vel'Koz and do the exact same thing Echo wants to do, but you're safer, and to some degree, because Echo, if he gets CC'd once, he doesn't get to R. And like, who does he kill on this lineup besides the Victor and maybe the Senna? And he probably doesn't even kill the Senna because Senna is Senna, and Victor has a trap. And trap, if he just stands on top of the trap, the Echo has to R back.
He doesn't win split hard enough. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think Silas dicks Echo in the split push. I really don't like playing Echo into Silas. I think that's a really shit matchup. He handed Silas an Astiel too. Yeah, true. Silas with Echo is actually very strong. It's extremely strong.
Vel'Koz pick, bro. Like they have to rely on Siege because they have a Senna and Silas. They have to rely on a Siege here. But if they have wave clear, they don't have to. They have a clear answer to the Siege of blue side here.
Well, we shall see what happens once the spectator delay ends.
But this is VCU LCS.
Right, this is VCU LCS. We can do as much LPL level analysis as we want, but ultimately it's people ranging from Iron 27 to Challenger Rank 1 Korea, so anything can happen in these games.
Legends say there was supposed to be a game between me and Red Lightning. He was supposed to be on the Echo. And I was supposed to be playing Kiana. And we've been trying to make this matchup run back, but now I'm not even in the role. And last time we played, his team had a FF.
Last time Red played Echo in VCU LCS, he got solo killed 3 times in lane by me.
But good thing he's not playing against you, huh?
Yeah, he's not playing against you. He's playing against Vice Lele. How was your day, Josh?
It's okay. Doing homework.
David bought me pizza. Mr. David Lay bought me pizza, so I'm happy.
I want pizza.
Everybody wants pizza, bro. Pizza's nice.
That's not how you pronounce. Come get some pizza.
How do you pronounce "come get some pizza"?
Like that.
Echo also doesn't seem to fit Red's playstyle. Doesn't he play pretty safe? So yeah, I mean, you can play Echo very aggressively in lane, but something to note is that the best Echo in EU West plays passive. He plays Echo like Kassadin, just farms a shit ton and makes sure that he can scale to a point where he doesn't really need to. He can like ignore laning phase, and then he just sort of 1v9s the game. That's kind of how Red Lightning plays Echo. I mean, I don't think it's the best way to play Echo, especially in VCU LCS. I think you want to play as aggressive as possible on that champion and pick up kills. Try and go for roams, but it's definitely not a bad way to play Echo.
Who also says that Red Lightning won't go out of his comfort zone this game? Most people would say that, but maybe he doesn't.
Hey, Red Lightning loves to play certain assassins. He likes to play Diana and he likes to play Echo. That's it.
Well, he's been playing Diana ever since she came out as new and broken.
Yeah.
So.
All right, we have been loaded into game. Let's see what the teams are up to in this match. 5 p.m., so I'm actually pretty fucking awake. How about you, Josh? Are you awake?
Not really. I woke up like 3 hours ago.
Oh, okay, understandable. There could be a bit of a scuffle happening as 4 members of Bambi's Baskets run straight into the jungle of RAMily. RAMily will back off slowly.
VCU got the mana flow proc. It's over.
Yeah, dude, it's actually fucking over. Jay Steiny taking.
Jay Steiny's giving him a soul.
It's taking quite a lot of poke, actually. Yeah, you know, Senna got a soul. Victor got a mana flow proc. The game's actually just over, guys. Like, let's just FF go next. You know, like, what do we do anymore? Only the real ones remember the Bandcast and Beat Wisher days. Cleaver, Senna, Big Troll.
I remember the get wasted with your team Wisher days and lose because you guys were hungover, but we don't talk about that here. The VCU LCS casting table.
All right. Well, looks to be a mostly standard start from both of these junglers. The set is going to do his best to match the Hecarim in the jungle. Looks like both junglers will be pathing towards bot side in this case. A little interesting that Hecarim actually started on the blue side of his jungle by taking Talisman. He wants to gank bot lane, right? But I feel like a 3 buff.
Talisman.
I don't know why he took Talisman if he's starting on the top side of the map.
You need to take Talisman either way on Hecarim, I feel.
Yeah, I mean,
I've tried the machete, and now he's gonna lose his red buff actually because he took a poor path. This is really well adapted from Izaru here.
Right. I mean, this is something that we can expect from the most unconventional jungler in VCU. Red Lightning going for a short burst trade onto VCU. Pretty much even at the end of the day. Alvino and Iacus doing battle in the top lane. As a trait there is slightly in the favor of the Shen. However, Silas does have the corrupting pots to heal up.
Oh my god, Hecarim is just so sad. He's like, oh, he took my red buff, let me go get his red buff. Oh, I didn't actually pan to Izaru, so I didn't even realize when he went to my red buff, he had a red buff on him.
That's a huge yikes. Man. He's gonna, this is really bad pathing. This is really bad pathing from the Hecarim.
It's bad, but he might get away with it because he might gank top here, and I don't think top is respecting the Hecarim enough here.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely interesting. It could work out. The Hecarim is currently behind the Shen. Work. The taunt goes in. The taunt goes in, so battle is happening right now. Elvin doing his best to actually play around it. Iacus does have a minion wave to fight in, though, however. He could end up killing Jordan Clementine here. First blood in the 1v2 over to my boy Charlie in the top lane. What a god here.
He's not going to live this one.
VCU has arrived, actually, to probably pick up the
kill. He almost wins the 1v2. Too bad Red Lightning didn't ping missing or say anything, probably.
Red Lightning pinging missing. He probably said it in comms.
Zaru's got a good old 2-camp lead right now.
He does? Well, yeah, he does have a 2-camp lead.
It's actually a lot, because now he's going to go take his Gromp, and then I don't think Jordan is gonna adapt and go towards any of his camps because I think he's just gonna autopilot and take his Raptors after and go to his top side and realize nothing's on his top side. And then
Yeah,
be down even more camps.
yeah, definitely. I mean, he must have saw Dan walking into the jungle with that ward he placed, but I don't know if he's actually looking.
Okay, it looks like he's adapting a bit more. He's looking for a bot gank here. It might work too. I think this is gonna work.
Stun
It's a
actually
good,
lands on Jay
great
Steiny.
Leona stun.
Scandalous Pork Chops missing the critical Lux binding. Jay Steiny is forced to flash away. The barrier
There's a
is still
kill
available,
mid.
though. However, the gank is successful in the mid lane as Red Lightning picks up the kill credit onto Vice Lelele. Jay Steiny escaping with a
Great
sliver of
gank
health.
mid.
Well played from the mid jungle duo of Bambi Cinder.
This is incredibly risky for Jay Steiny to stay here. I don't know why he just didn't back further up. I don't know what the point of going to that bush was, but it's okay. He's playing pretty well. He survived that last gank, which means like when the jungler got something mid and then the jungler went to counter and get something bot, they didn't really get anything out of it besides some summoner spells. But they got summoner spells mid and it got a kill. So that's great for red side more than it is blue side.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, with the TP gone on Victor and Echo still having teleport advantage, the wave is crashing. He's in a very good spot. He's very happy to be where he is right now. You can see the revolver and the boots are already completed. It's going to give him a bit extra bit of an edge over the Victor.
So easily now.
What's up? Sorry.
Well, he clears the wave so easily now. Look at Elvin. Now he has a level 6. He can just take the Shen TP. Take the Shen ult anytime. Let's stand united.
Yeah, he could maybe potentially prep for a Hecarim delivery system.
Here a little. I think if something happens in the next 3 seconds, not 3 seconds, more like 15 seconds, and Iacus gets 6, this is actually Elvin's fault for backing there. But
Iacus is 6. Actually, we could maybe see a delivery system happening with the Echo. The bot lane is trying to push the wave in here. Could end up having a 5-man in the bot lane. 7 minutes in. This thing is getting really risky. However, Red Lightning decides to call off the roam. He sees a wave crashing into his tower. He's still got the TP to join in for the fight, however. So we will see if they continue to go. Nope. Looks like Izaru has decided. Let's try this another time.
I think he's going to settle for the consolation prize called Dragon. Izaru's actually been kind of fumbling a little bit here. He's been walking around, not really farming. So his camp lead that was around like 3 camps is now down to a 1 camp lead.
Yeah, definitely.
But he is. I think he is still ahead. If we look at the gold, he's not really ahead.
He's up 5 gold.
That's a lot. Now he's up like 25.
He's up 30 gold because Dragon gives 25.
And
he is going over to Hecarim's red buff now.
So Hecarim needs to realize that he needs to go towards his top side now. I don't know. I don't think they know that though. I think he's genuinely going to path towards the bot side now, and get a little screwed out of it a lot here.
Yeah, most likely.
We're checking Dan to back here.
Huh. All right. Silas slowly starting to win out on the trades. Hexflash comes through. Ult has come in, do suppress.
Ooh,
Bambi Cinder taking a lot of punishment. However, Red Lightning does not press R on the Echo, making the mistake Jensen made in the finals of LCS back in 2017. That was a painful thing to watch.
Iacus might go down here. Is he going to flash away here?
He has to, but Elvin comes in with the auto flash, or the flash auto rather. So the gank is successful in the top lane. Vice Lelele successfully survives the dive and picks up a kill on the backside onto the Echo, who failed to press his R. Revolver Darkseal prob better IMO if he wants to rush Proto. Yeah, and I think in Mage's Darkseal is the move. Corrupting Pod start, and then first back, you want to get Darkseal and Doran's Ring.
He got paid off on that one. Not gonna lie.
But I think against
think he removed his
assassins,
RP.
a Doran's Ring start is fine. But there are no assassins. This is a mage matchup. You want the corrupting pot. I guarantee he goes GLP first. Elvin's actually going for a Gunblade. This is some big dick energy coming, and the Shen ult comes through from the Sylas. Actually, the Roam is in from the bot lane. However,
Too late,
this
though.
Jay Steiny might die here. Iacus actually manages to
this
finish
might
the
be good.
teleport. He joins the fight. Bode Kinkajo is healing so much. The Senna just does not die. The root lands
what?
onto the Shen, and that is a tragedy. Red Lightning joins, but it could be too little too late as Hecarim is around the corner
Ideally,
to
Red
stop
Lightning
any
could have
dive.
just maybe TP'd there, just backed up off towards his tower and just looked for a TP.
Yeah, I mean,
He showed up a little late.
he did. I think if he were to TP, he should have done it pretty much immediately. But Iacus is walking towards the mid lane. Does not actually try to find the taunt onto Vice Lele.
Gunblade might be a little greedy.
It could be a little greedy. I'm not too sure, but we'll see what happens.
He's not even ahead of Iacus. He's actually down like 100 gold.
He is. I think it
I feel
has
like
to
that's
just
the
do.
item you go if you're like shitting on the opposing player.
Yeah, I mean, I would have really liked to see the GLP for a lot of zone control from the Sylas. I think it would have been very smart, but the TP comes in onto the Caitlyn here. Will have to flash away. Scandalous Pork Chops is getting chased down by the Victor, who smartly sidesteps from the gravity field. However, the set has arrived. Bode Kinkajo dies.
Chase.
Jay Steiny picking up the kill credit on that one with the Caitlyn ulti, as now the tables
no.
have been turned
That was a great
onto the
trap.
bot lane. Eric's P flashing out at the last second will survive this one, but a favorable situation has arose for Bambi's Baskets as the Rift Herald is dropped in the bot lane. This should most definitely be the first tower. 11 minutes and 30 seconds into the game. So, like, the Hecarim has caught back up in farm, but if we just look at the objectives taken by Azaru, I just think he has so much more jungle pressure in the jungle compared to Jordan
Oh, for
Clementine.
sure. It is good that Jordan is getting a lot of farm down. Like he was getting slammed earlier in the matchup, but it's good that he's caught up in farm. I feel like that's all you can do at this point. I'm not gonna really fault him too much, just because he was getting slammed, and it must feel like you can't really do much and contest the objectives when you're like your entire jungle is gone and you feel like you're weaker.
Yeah, I mean, when you're behind, he's actually opted to not go for the Trinity Force first buy. He got the Cinder Hulk, actually, so he's just trying to not die in these team fights and like sort of be the engager that this team needs, and I think that's why they picked the Hecarim. It's like more of an engage Hecarim rather than a carry Hecarim, I'm guessing.
Definitely. That's usually you want to opt into the Triforce first rather than finishing your jungle item, but he opted to finish his jungle item first before going into anything else. So it's definitely more of an engage kind of Hecarim we're going to be seeing more than a kill the backline Hecarim. I mean, at that point, you really don't need too much damage. You got a lot of damage on your team already.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Silas is top. You've got the Senna and the Victor. There's no damage lacking on this team, so might as well just turn the Hecarim into a big beefy boy and say, hey, I want you to face tank these people for like 20 years. Vice Lele is actually going to get absolutely evaporated. That was a huge fight from Red Lightning, actually finding it. A huge set W lands, however. They have dove too deep into the backline, but they just do way too much damage. Elvino has the Echo Ult to survive, but he's just going to die anyways. Back into 4 people. Excellently played by the mid-jungle duo carrying that fight. Jordan Clementine, as you can see.
I don't think Jordan wins this.
Yeah, I don't think he does. He just does no damage at the moment. And the
Okay, Iacus. Can we get
Red Lightning.
one more flash?
Okay, they give it over to the Caitlyn with the headshot.
I think this game's good as done.
It's probably over, but it is VCU LCS. We could see some throws. Could be an exciting game we have
Yeah,
on
we
our
almost threw
hands.
yesterday, so
We did almost throw yesterday, but hopefully that doesn't happen in any more of our
the
games.
power of friendship was with us that game.
Yeah, power of anime and friendship was on our side. But I got one better. Triforce after Gunblade. You're saying VCU LCS like we don't watch this shit in normal LCS. Rajiv
True.
does have a point.
Maybe Gunblade Silas does feel fine, but I feel like you have to be like I'm no not flaming Alvin, but like I feel like you have to be a really experienced Silas player as well to be working around your cooldown reduction like that. Because whenever I play Silas, I really feel like I need cooldown reduction,
I think CDR is really strong on him. You can start spamming your abilities nonstop and just keep
especially
getting
if you're
heals
gonna
on your
side
W.
lane.
Right, exactly. I feel like you have a lot of single target burst and healing with the Gunblade. However, you're kind of lacking the CDR, so he might be forced to go Ludens or something after this just so he can get some.
Maybe Gunblade does help in the side lane as well because it does help your dueling potential because you get life steal, you get the active.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I guess it
It's
kind of
probably
just play like an
preference.
Akali at this point, but Bambi Cinder is behind Vice Lele. Vice Lele actually one-shot Scandalous Pork Chops and immediately flashes out from the set ult. Well played there, but now Jordan Clementine is in the back, catches out Jay Steiny. The fear lands. This has to be a dead Caitlyn as Victor picks up the kill credit on that one. Bambi Cinder is currently getting run down by the Hecarim. Shield comes through, but it doesn't matter. Bode King Kajol 50 with the Senna auto. Picks up that kill as all of a sudden a 3-for-0 appears in the mid lane off of an excellent play by
Bro,
Vice Lele.
I don't think you heard me. It was a throw.
It was a throw. Oh yes, it was.
Who's peeling for red team? Ideally, you get fucking Shen to peel. I just ult. But he's been ulting Bambi Cinder.
The set ideally has to like drop the Hecarim into their carry line, but
Yeah.
that's not what's been happening. Red Lightning needs to like get an advantage in the side lane so he can. I think he can side lane, but like he doesn't need to go for the 1v1s. I think ideally he just like pushes waves out really fast with Echo's wave clear, and then tries to force a numbers advantage in the fight. But he has to be really fast to do it. What are your thoughts on that, Josh?
Yeah, I don't think he really wants to. I think he could probably win most of these 1v1s, besides maybe the one with maybe Victor. He probably has a hard time against the Victor if the Victor plays well. So I think what he needs to do is just try to get a level advantage as soon as possible, just by pushing out like top wave or bot wave, and just look to group with his team by pushing it out, and hopefully somebody answers that wave while he's pushing it out and looking for a pick.
Yeah, definitely. We will see. You got to bring CDR and Rune, so I'm assuming that's the
I don't.
Transcendence and the CDR Shard, right?
He's not bringing Transcendent.
You don't bring Transcendence on Silas?
I mean, I hope you do, but I don't think he has it. But Red Lightning was just going up and down in the river for half a minute there, and gave up a lot of that top wave. Like right now, he wants to go look for a group around mid lane and try to take this mid tower, I think.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the push advantage against Victor, and if Victor pushes down too far in the top lane, the Echo can just run him down. So ideally, he just wants to shove it out and just look for a fight with a numbers advantage. And with the Dragon coming up shortly, we could see this happening. However, he does opt to reset, buys a Blasting Wand, and does he go to Dragon? No, he goes straight back to top lane. I think they want him here early, just so they have advantage. And yeah, it looks like they do call for the Echo to come towards the Dragon, so they can have all 5 members there. Vice Lele gonna do the same thing. Bode Kinkajo 50 finds the route onto Bambi Cinder. There will be no engage, however, set ult is stolen away from the Silas, so he does have that option for an engage if he needs it.
They're gonna look for a pick in the bot tri-bush here.
If they can find someone here, the Elven is taunted. The suppression comes out, however, the suppression comes back forward. Bambi Cinder will probably get blown up here. Jay Steiny cannot actually find the kill onto Silas. Red Lightning is in the back line looking for the kill on Vice Lele. Picks it up, however, he has been roted. Bode Kinkajo 50 picking up the kill credit on that one. That is a complete wipe for the side of RAMily. Well played in the team fight, managing to split up Bambi's baskets. And I think like the focus from Bambi's baskets was really bad. They kind of split their damage across 5 members. They didn't kill the Silas, and they just kind of split their damage across 5 members there, and it just sort of allowed the Victor, the Senna to bring out all the AoE damage that they bring to a team fight. Alvin, living with just 1 HP at the end of it, is pretty happy with his job right there. Pretty happy about what he did, and with that, the gold has been evened out. Things are not looking too good.
Dan is just getting rolled in these fights now. Like, he's just pressing R and E and W, and it's not enough. He can't rely on himself just to be that every game.
He really can't.
Thankfully, Jay Steiny is pretty strong. Echo's pretty strong. But you guys are electing for a fight when your Shen doesn't even have an item.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of components, but he's like... I'll be honest, like, the Titanic Hydra is okay, but he's not really trying to one-shot people. I mean, when you have an Echo, a Caitlyn, he just needs to, like, build straight defensive and be, like, the beefy Shen he should be. Here. Bambi Cinder is caught out, yeah. That's a dead set.
Unless?
Nah, dude, Punchy Boy's dead. He can't do anything in that situation. Mid tower does fall, however. Gold lead is still even, but I don't think it should matter anymore. Jay Steiny does get one shot here. Red Lightning CC'd to death. This is looking kind of rough. They had a really good early game, but things just aren't really falling into place in the mid game here. There, like, not many plays coming out from Bambi's baskets. They need to try and force something. They need to like set up vision around the next objective and try and find a pick. I think that's their only way back into this game. It just feels like they're getting outscaled and outplayed in these team fights.
Definitely.
Got Cherish in the chat saying game doomed since draft. I don't think the draft was bad at all from either of these teams. It's just I just think they're getting straight outplayed. They're just not making the right calls, the right plays, and people just aren't pressing buttons at times, and it's costing them. Alrighty. This is actually an interesting Silas build coming from Elvin. He's opting to go for the Frozen Heart, I think, with the... Is that what it is? He's going for a Frozen Heart with the Warden's Mail and the Glacial Shroud? Josh, are you there?
Yeah, I was watching Shen get caught out right now.
Oh, true. Red Lightning is in the back. I don't think he kills Elvin here. Just kind of does no damage. Has to ult. That was a very good R. Shen has joined the fray, however, he just kind of just gets one shot.
Yeah, this game's over.
Double kill for the Victor.
Double. Getting this quick 2-0, baby.
The Echo just kind of doesn't have enough damage at the moment. Like, he needs a bit more. He can't be going into these fights and one-shotting people. He needs to just be in a side lane and look for picks. Because he's fine in a 1v1 situation, but it just feel like he just gets CC'd down and just gets rolled over completely.
I mean, Elvin, I think I'm kind of with Brandon on this. Elvin If his numbers weren't like so low, if his CS numbers weren't like this low, I feel like he'd actually be unstoppable.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
What the fuck?
already he seems really strong. The Silas, oh my god, Senna does so much damage. Bambi Cinder just dies immediately before the set ult can actually come through. Red Lightning isn't going to do anything.
He is kind of unkillable, and I mean, without this, it's like you're trading your CDR for like the tankiness, you know? Because when you're that tanky, you can get your abilities off more often because you die less.
Let's actually check Elvin's stats really quickly. Surprisingly, Elvin has 27% CDR right now, so he is running runes to give him a CDR. It's able to spam his abilities just a bit. Red Lightning greets for a ward and gets caught out. That is a dead Echo. Does land a two-man stun, though. Will he exit this? No, he will not. That is a dead Echo right there. Boat Kinkajo 50, picking up the kill credit for that one as the Ocean Drag goes over to the side of RAMily. I think the scaling on RAMily is way better than the scaling on Bambi's Baskets. Bambi's Baskets needed to push their early game advantage and fight towards and fight in the mid game and try and end it as soon as possible with a Drake advantage, but it just isn't happening right now.
Don't worry, we're getting this wits end on the set, baby.
Dan's kind of trolling, dude. Like, I don't know why he's going wits end. He's getting blown up every single fight, and I don't think the wits end will help him at all.
I think he wants to become a side laner at this point.
Probably. I mean, I would have preferred to see something like a Dead Man's Plate come in for the set. I think that.
I completely disagree with that. He's just getting fucking murdered. He needs to go for a big old Spirit Visage. Anything.
I was I was about to say Dead Man's Plate into like an actual tank MR item rather than the Wit's End. Just like be another tank.
I mean, either way, he's getting murdered.
He is getting murdered. He dies while he's in the air as he ults, like every single fight. It's kind of sad to watch.
By the Senna if he builds MR, and he gets murdered by everyone else if he doesn't build. If he doesn't build if he doesn't build MR, he gets murdered by everyone else. If he builds armor, he only gets murdered by a Victor and Silas.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, things are just in a really rough spot. Like, Titanic Hydra is finally completed on the Shen 25 minutes into the game. However, he is sitting on components for so that
7 different items.
Yeah, for like literally 7 different items. That Spectre's Cowl is gonna turn into an adaptive helm most likely. Bramble Vest into a Thord Mail, and definitely this Bambi Cinder into a Sunfire Cape. Red Lightning is caught out once again. Has to ult away, but I think he's
a
dead.
little early there.
He's dead. Anyways, he needed to put his W on his R Shadow so he could have stunned out the Victor, but it just didn't happen. Could have maybe outplayed that a bit. Surprisingly, even though there is an 11 kill gold lead, there is an 11 kill lead. The gold lead's only like 1.3k.
Why not Locket? He needs a lot more HP to utilize Locket and not give him a 150 shield.
Yeah, I mean, Locket's like really useless if you don't have. Oh, that was an. I don't know what that was.
It might be caught out here.
Jordan Clementine just one-shots the Caitlyn. Yikes, that's not good as Elvino kills Bambi Cinder in the back of the fight as Red Lightning and Scandalous Pork Chops are the only 2 members of Bambi's Baskets left alive here. Looks like...
You don't want to go Locket here because you just don't have enough fucking HP to make use of the Locket. You want to if you had like a Spirit Visage and then a Locket, that wouldn't be too bad, but... I just think right now what he's thinking is my team doesn't have enough damage. I need to build damage. But this game is pretty much over for sure.
I think it's over. I'm pretty sure they just push in and end pretty soon. I mean, if they don't, then maybe they take an inhib and then recall and then prep Baron. Things are just kind of looking doomed at this point. I genuinely think like they should have been able to push the lead that they got in the early game. It's just People weren't pressing their buttons properly in team fights, man. People just weren't pressing buttons properly. Itemization's been fairly poor
Yeah, this
throughout.
itemization on the Caitlyn's kind of it's a lot. I don't know. You don't really want to build a Storm Razor into this team because you're not catching any of them out off the Storm Razor alone. They have a Hecarim, Silas. They're all going to get away from you if you use the passive on it.
Wits End is still troll. Can we agree on that? Yeah, Wits End is really troll here. I'm not
Wits
too sure
End
why
is
he built
pretty
it.
troll.
I don't know why
I
he
think
built it.
I think he was thinking, I need to side lane, but I think
Spear
what he
Visage
needs to
Locket is what I
actually
was thinking. Yeah, I think would have been smart.
I think Spirit Locket Gargoyles looks pretty good here.
Spirit Locket, Gargoyles, maybe even a Knight's Vow. Definitely you want to build more supportive considering the Lux is she's like sort of the ardent bot, right? What I'm a little surprised of is why I'm not too sure why they didn't put Kian on the Janna after seeing the Hecarim locked from Jordan Clementine. I think it would have been a really good pick.
Well,
but...
the Hecarim, they picked Lux first, so.
Oh, true. Yeah. I remember now.
Now Jordan's just gonna run them down. Like he's so strong at this point. Like
Owen is caught in the backside.
Silas.
He's doing battle with the Silas. I don't think it should matter though. I mean, Jordan just runs straight into the back line as Bambi Cinder throws Jordan Clementine into his team. Actually, the Hecarim just spamming Q.
But it doesn't even matter.
Yikes! This is really bad.
Yeah, let's see you kite this. Kite this, buddy.
So the dragon does come through, but like critically, Bambi Cinder trolls that fight by bringing the tanky Hecarim into the carries as Hecarim has like fully stacked Conquerors, like just like spamming Q after he gets thrown into the carry line. It looks like the FF did come through actually, so
yeah, damn.
That is a mental boom if I've ever seen one. Congrats to RAMily for the win, and let's see if we can bring someone in for an interview.
I'm trying to think. I think Jordan played really well, actually. I think Jordan really came back after having such a shit early game and did what his team needed him to do. Like, he really did what his team needed him to do there, which was run the bot lane down.
Yeah.
Really good at adaptation from Jordan there.
Yeah, definitely.
Once his team went a little behind. I think we had an interview from Vice Lele last time, so let's get either Jordan or Bao Kinkajow in here.
Bode Kinkajow 50. Let's see if anyone. I'm gonna ping RAMily and see if anyone wants an interview.
Yes, sir.
All right, looks like Elvin wants an interview. All right, Elvin was first, so we're bringing Elvin in. Move to.
Everyone asked for it, so let's just go in there. Fuck it.
Let's go in there, chat.
Gay.
We're here. We're here with an interview with the entire team of RAMily. You guys.
Yes, sir.
We're in here. That's what I could hear.
You guys, 2-0 in the first week. So 2-0 in the first week. How do you feel?
I feel great. We're here to upset people.
That shit is something else, bro. Shout out the team, no cap. Like, so it was a rough one, right? So when we first got together, there would be like no synergies. But thing is, luckily, we finally figured out a play style that works for each other. Just us getting like the shot calls and everything. Like, it was a really good game. Like, luckily, we figured out like what works for our draft. And bro, like, damn man, picking Silas into that team with those ults, bro. Just getting my gunblade into a fucking frozen heart, bro. I was just fucking tanky as fuck, even though I still exploded. But shout out the team though. Like we're doing really well.
Oh, that's what we like to hear.
Shout out J Clem too.
Yeah, I wanted to ask my boy J Clem. You know, like once you realized he invaded your bot side, just went red to red, and you went to his top side to get his red. Were you just like, ah, shit?
Yeah, I looked and I was just like, wait a second. He's teleporting across the map. He's in my jungle. He's in my brain.
You had a really rough early game. He was in your jungle, just taking all your camps. But you really, really shined through this game, running their bot lane down like the degenerates they were.
Oh, oh my god! I was just looking to pressure lanes and try to catch up to set, and then I just snowballed off of everything. And the XP difference didn't that little bit of XP difference in the early game didn't
Yeah,
end
you
up
took
mattering
the
at all.
XP difference after a while. He was
Yeah.
walking back and forth in the river looking for something all game, and while you were doing that, you were catching up in the farm. Gotta
Yeah.
say, very well played from you. The adaptation after you were like, "Oh shit, my red buff's gone. What do I do?"
So, well, things were looking a little shaky in the early game. Echo picked up a few kills. Shen won a 1v2 in the top lane. And then a dragon fight occurred where you guys actually pulled it back and you got a 5-for-0 out of nowhere. Were you worried? Were you, worried when Bambi's Baskets got the early lead, or were you all just, chilling, hey, Silas can steal, a crazy-ass ultimate, so let's just, chain all of our ultimates together and just wombo them down?
It was exactly like that because originally they had the advantage, and I was thinking for a little bit. I was just speaking to the team. I was just like, honestly, I have no clue how we'll win team fights, but I want to try something where we finally actually play front to back. If I take a set ult, literally take anyone who tries to dive in, and ult them into the back line, I feel like that's the reason why we won the fight, just because we were able to just know our strengths and just play for
Yeah,
them.
there was one really good play at the bot lane where it set ulted you, and you said "fuck that," and you body slammed him back. 1 HP. You were 1 HP and you body slammed him into 4 other people, and that's what won you guys. That honestly, that was the game turning point because you guys were down 3k gold at that point, and you body slammed 3 of them. Just
Bro,
got them all slowed.
I was just confused about that Cinderhawk into Wit's End. I was kind of just, I was pinging that shit. I was just like, what the hell?
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's
Wit's
okay.
End after Cinder. I'm
sure he can explain it.
You know what? I'll take it. Take it.
I think what he was looking to do was go into a side lane and try to 1v1, but at the point he was just so behind.
He was
couldn't
way
1v1
too
anyone.
weak. I didn't realize he was 1-7. I did not realize that until the game ended. He was that weak.
I mean, yeah, he ended the game with literally less than 9,000 gold, 8,949 to be exact, and the Cinder Hulk into Wit's End with the Executioners definitely didn't help. But yeah, RAMily with the 2-0 this week,
Oh fuck!
surprising everybody.
Elvin's first
Not
2-0,
us.
I believe.
Is this Elvin's first 2-0?
Probably
There you
first
go,
2-0.
gang shit, yeah, hell yeah. gang shit, no lame shit. Shout out to Anti-E-Board. First semester, my VCU LCS. Love y'all. Hope y'all watching. I do it for y'all.
All right, well,
I think that'll be it. Any closing remarks? Any shout outs?
Shout out my team. That's it. Shout out my team.
Shout out the homie
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
yes,
homie
sir.
God.
Yes, sir. Shout out the homie Jesus Christ, too. Looking over us and shit.
And throw it back to the
Died for my
analysts.
early sin in the top lane.
Oh, yes, sir. Fuck yeah. You already know how we do it.
already know how we do it. Well, thank you all for the interview. Congrats on the 2-0 this week. It's been a lot of fun casting these games. We will be back with the rest of the week 1 games once Wooloo Gang figures out what their mid lane situation is. But with that, you guys, apart from Wooloo Gang, you guys are all free to start scheduling your week 2 games. Let me know in the chat when that happens, and we will get those casts going. And be excited for next week because we will be improving production quality. I've got plans to work on that later
We're
today
upgrading
and
the
tomorrow.
EU quality.
Oh yeah.
Bro, do I need to buy the AK webcam?
Yes, sir, you do. We want to
Just-
see your
just zoom
beautiful
into
face,
my-
Elvin.
Zoom into my forehead.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to
Fuck
see the
yeah.
pores. I want to
Fuck
see
yeah,
all
bro.
the
I got y'all,
pores.
bro. Y'all can see the sweat, the oil, the grease after eating my drinking my Mountain Dew, eating my KFC with the grease on the keyboard, mouse. Bro, y'all getting all that, bro.
Yes, sir.
How about
All
see
right,
that?
boys. It's been a good one. Great game. And GG's, everyone.
All right.
GG, bro.
Yep, that'll be it for the stream. Thanks to everyone that dropped by.